Visual culture is the silent dialogue between artist and audience where images communicate ideas, stories to evoke emotions. Through the lens of visual culture, we decode the world where every image tells powerful stories that transcend boundaries and echo through generations. I'm Abdullah Fahim from Bangladesh, and I come from a media and communication background where I studied cultural representation through cinema, advertisements, and journalism. Here is an ad of Telenor, which is known as Grameenphone in Bangladesh. In the caption, the lady says, "I balance business as well as my home." Therefore, the stereotypical statement by the advertisers caused a huge controversy in the country. It was also interesting to learn how images can be reproduced and remixed like parody for various platforms like social media and magazine. However, the topic gender has a significant role in visual cultural studies worldwide. I have learned how political propaganda has been spread or initiated using manipulative photography. I am aware that photos can be interpreted in thousand ways by hundreds of people. It depends on their demography, ethnography, and upbringing on how they interpret the images. These pictures have a context that viewers can decode in numerous ways. Talking about these photos, how can I forget this Pulitzer Prize winning controversial photo named Vulture and the Little Girl taken by Kevin Carter on March 1993 in Sudan. It was immensely compelling and heart-touching. The interesting fact about this photo is that actually it was a boy which was thought to be a girl. So after learning about ways of seeing things, advertising and gender in visuals, I started interpreting every visual elements I saw around me, be it in bus, trams or anywhere in the city, even in market. The visual illustrations on trams gives a visual message to the passengers and the pedestrians. I also found more ads running in the screen of the bus stops. This is something I think as an effective way of advertising and also enhance the aesthetics of the city. But too much of advertising also reduces the beauty of the city. That's also needs to be considered. The idea behind looking here and there is if we look closely, there are visual messages being delivered to us constantly everywhere around us. We grab and decode information in a subjective way. I was loitering around in Tampere city and I found this mesmerizing piece of art, which is a visual element now that I captured that in my camera. The bridge is named Hamin Silta, and where I found statues of the Finnish maiden, the tax collector, the tradesman and the hunter. The sculpture was Waino Altonen, who made these sculptures in 1927 to 1929. The idea is that for many people these statues are just art pieces, but if anyone has a different ways of seeing, then this sculpture has a contextual meaning in them. Yeah, that's the idea. The lady here plays music in such cold winter evening in the streets of Tampere. The visual message can be decoded in any way the viewers sees things. For some, it's just a random lady playing music for some money. For some, she's enjoying as it's her hobby. Here are my fabulous team members, Barfin and Melin. They have been brilliant souls to work with. We shared so many ideas and brainstormed to study the black and white images of Salgado to relate with the visual culture course contents. However, I was also taken aback by the case studies of other groups where I got to learn plenty of new topics. Here is the first case presented by my friend Diona and her team on online casino advertisements. This was something new for me as these kinds of advertisements are not allowed to publish in my country due to cultural and religious restrictions. So it was very interesting. Apart from these, I also enjoyed the presentation of Sophia's team where they presented fashion in politics. The blend of fashion and politics was a brilliant idea and I loved the content as well. But the content-wise, I found the presentation on shock advertising very explicit and detailed. They presented some bold images and pointed out how women are objectified through ads. Later, the case on Rohingya issue in Bangladesh was obviously familiar to me as I come from the same country. It was very well executed and also informative. After all this amazing experience comes the much awaited final class. And here goes the last case study where the group presented the power of photography. I thoroughly enjoyed the content, and most importantly, the subject selection made me relate to the story and raised more curiosity to know more about the girl in the photograph. Lastly, I have learned about visual literacy and the importance of it. The fun-filled drawing activity was so playful that I almost forgot that it's a master's level class and I revisited my childhood. I'm a bit emotional to end this diary as this course has been remarkable experience for me. Now that it's over, I feel content at the same time hungry to get more of this. I wish there was an extension of it to learn more about it. I wholeheartedly thank our dear teacher for organizing the class in such a fabulous and friendly structure. You have made every lecture a beautiful learning journey for me. I am signing off with a bag full of knowledge, friendship, and happy moments. God bless.